welcome to another exciting edition of the Premier League Zone, proudly brought to you by 1xBet. My name is Anthony Ajulu, and this is your number one family radio station, Inspiration 92.3 FM. It's a beautiful, maybe wet Monday morning, and we're here to bring you the best from the Premier League. We saw plenty of action this past weekend, plenty of thrilling action this past weekend. The top two won, and they're going down to the wire. Man City and Arsenal both won their games this weekend. Liverpool back to winning ways after all their struggles. A little too late, if you ask me. Chelsea looking like they're ending the season in fine style. Maybe it's only for them to kick on next season. We'll find out all of this on the show today. There's a game coming up later tonight. It's at Selhurst Park as Manchester United go to Crystal Palace. Welcome back to the show. Let's remind you that you can call us on 0700 923 923 923 0700 923 923 923. You can also send us messages on WhatsApp at 081 7313 6193. Let's reel out the results we saw this past weekend. It started on Friday. Luton Town and Everton played out a 1-1 draw. Arsenal claimed a 3-1 victory over Bournemouth on Saturday. We also saw Nottingham Forest, a big win for Nottingham Forest. They claimed a 3-1 victory away at Sheffield United. Newcastle United defeated Burnley by 4-1. A very damaging defeat for Burnley in that one. Brentford and Fulham played at a goalless draw. Surprising result for me. We also saw Man City claim a 5-1 victory over Wolverhampton Wanderers. And then on Sunday, Chelsea 5-0 winners over West Ham. Brighton claimed a 1-0 victory over Aston Villa. And then Liverpool 4-2 winners over Tottenham Hotspur. But let me start with you. Liverpool against Spurs, that one ended 4-2. And the question Liverpool fans have been asking, where was this against Crystal Palace and Everton?
Oh well, it was in the deep. See, for every team, there are times when you expect, some deep, and for Liverpool at this point in time, I guess they've gone beyond that. Focus is back on whatever it is they want to achieve this season in the Premier League. But overall, it was a fantastic performance by Liverpool yesterday. Unfortunately, Tottenham Hotspur didn't turn up until the second half, until like the 50-something minutes in that game. But again, people will say Tottenham, often puffed, but they didn't really deliver much defensively. It was a tutorial on how not to defend. And for those planning to become defenders, I'm very sure that Tottenham performance yesterday didn't really give anything away in terms of how to improve as a defender. But again, I wouldn't take the glory from Liverpool. It was a fantastic first half. Mo Salah back to his happy ways. So himself and Jurgen Klopp, possibly the very hatchet, moved on from all of the confusion in the last few weeks. And again, good performance by Liverpool yesterday.
Good performance by Liverpool yesterday. Let's go to the title rivals, Triple O, Man City and Arsenal. They both won very comfortably. Maybe some controversy in the Arsenal game, but again, they won 3-0 against Bournemouth. Man City responded 5-1, and it's been very easy for both these teams in the last few weeks. They've been cruising towards the title. Well, towards the end of the season, sadly, only one team can win it. And given how City have been playing, you can't look beyond City to just go on and win their remaining 3 games.
Yes, you can't look beyond City to just go on and win their remaining 3 games, starting with Fulham at the Craven Cottage. You look at Manchester City, they've been here before, they've done it over and over. Arsenal can ask from Liverpool. All Arsenal can do right about now is to win their games, and that they are doing. In fact, they are doing that very well, even though questionable calls have been going their way. Again, against Bournemouth, we saw a couple of questionable calls that went their way, similar to that game against Tottenham Hotspur. But Arsenal keeps getting the job done regardless, getting all the wins in there, and just doing their part of the business. Their next business is against Manchester United at Old Trafford. It's going to be difficult. Arsenal, yes, they are going to go into that one as favourites, but it is Old Trafford. You don't know what to expect. But you look at United too, another team that you don't know what to expect from them. So honestly speaking, it's just about City. It's more about City, and I don't think Arsenal fans should feel deprived of the league. It's because of the attitude of Arsenal fans. That's why a lot of persons have been bantering them. I think significantly this has been a successful season for Arsenal, even if they don't win the league. The way and manner they've been able to build their club. Last season, they fell short. They brought in some replacement, brought in some decent players who have now become the pivotal part of this Arsenal team. Going into next season, you look at that Arsenal team, you look at what they need. Just give them a 20-goal striker, a striker that will score goals, and give them maybe a backup for Bukayo Saka, and probably this Arsenal team will be ripe enough to win the Premier League. If they don't win it this season, they can try again next season with a few touches and improvements in quality of the team. So I don't think Arsenal have had a bad season. I think their fans can also bask in the euphoria of finishing second, because with City, finishing second is also a trophy.
All right, let's go to Chelsea, Nicholas. Like play. Chelsea are 2 points off the European places, 2 points off the Conference League. They're 2 points behind Newcastle United, who are 6th on the table. They are above Manchester United on goal difference as well. They're up to 7th on the table, and they've won their last 2 games very comfortable. Games that you thought might be very might have been tricky for them. They've come out really looking good in those 2 games. The question is, because I've been asking that question, Ogazu seems to think it's a lie, I should go, but he's gotten it. Doesn't mean that he's gotten his tactics right now, and then next season we fully unleash it on the rest of the Premier League. Should Chelsea still be thinking about letting the man go? That's the question I'm asking.
Anthony, it's close. I think it's getting it, step by step. With every game, we've seen Chelsea, roll back to life. And yesterday, I think I saw a more dedicated Chelsea players who wanted to win, games for the particular team. And the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Conor Gallagher, Cole Palmer. I think these guys have been very decent, in last couple of games. And it goes to show that there seems to be a rejuvenation happening right there at Chelsea. So I think it was a great win, a great way to actually give Manchester United, maybe some sort of pressure. I think Manchester United fans should be worried at this particular moment, because all that talk of them being 11, being 10th, look at where they are today. So it's about the momentum they're having, and if care is not taken, maybe tonight we probably might see United, get beaten, or maybe an upset can happen against Crystal Palace. It gives Chelsea, that leverage, and for them to think of European football, this is something they've been planned for. So in all of this, I think Pochettino has actually done well. Maybe he has not, lived up to expectations, but then again, give the man some credit. He has actually pushed them up forward, and maybe European football is just in sight.
All right, let's take a break. Let's take a word from 1xBet. We'll come back, we'll read some messages, and then we'll look ahead to the one coming up this night at Selhurst Park. All right, welcome back to the show. 0700923923923 is the number for you to call. 08173136193 to send your WhatsApp messages to, and of course we're live on Facebook at Inspiration FM 92.3. You can leave your comments under the live feed to read them on the show. Let's go to tonight's action. Crystal Palace against Manchester United. Palace, very tricky side. How do you see this one going?
Very tricky, like you did say. For United, no fit central defenders. So I possibly just see Amrabat and Casemiro playing the central defense role, or maybe Evans. Evans is back from injury, but I don't know how much fit he is at this point in time. The fact that Crystal Palace have 𝐒𝐨𝐻𝐶 and Olise back, they've been the brain box behind this team. Matata as well in rich vein of form at this point in time. For United as well, Bruno Fernandes, who has been perhaps the best player for United this season, is a huge doubt for this
perhaps. He's been United's best player.
Let's be honest.
I disagree.
Okay.
It's a huge doubt for this one. So expecting a very, very difficult game for United. For Palace, the ball in their hand, or the ball is in their court right now, to at least get one over United. Let's not forget the reverse fixture. Palace won at Old Trafford 1-0. So like I did say, I won't be surprised if United lose tonight, or even play a draw.
All right.
But a win will be a bit far-fetched.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more, leave a comment and like. Thank you.